Good morning, dear students. Today we'll study the next topic, Chapter 4, Reproductive Health. Before explaining about the reproductive health, let us go for previous chapter overview. In previous chapter, we studied about human reproductive system, that is human reproduction. In that, we studied male reproductive system, female reproductive system. Male reproductive system, we studied the different parts of male reproductive organs with their functions. In female reproductive system also, we studied different parts of the female reproductive organs with their functions. Next, we studied about gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is a process where formation of gametes takes place. It undergoes the process called spermatogenesis, that is formation of sperms. Oogenesis, that is formation of ovum or ova. So male gamete sperm and female gametes ovum are formed. Next, we studied about fertilization. The male gamete sperm and female gamete ovum fuse together to form a zygote. So during fertilization, zygote is formed. Next, we studied about pregnancy and parturition. So pregnancy, that is development of embryo, that is the fetus grown in the mother of a womb, that is called as the pregnancy. So during fertilization, when zygote is formed, they undergo cleavage, blastocyst is formed, implantation takes place, then pregnancy is formed, that is development of embryo in the uterus of the mother. Then it leads to parturition, that is the delivery of young one or birth of a child. Then it leads to lactation. During lactation, the milk is secreted from the mammary glands of the mother. The young one is fed with the milk as a nutrition during lactation period. So in previous chapter we studied about human reproduction. So let's study about the next one, that is reproductive health. What is reproductive health? Reproductive health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity in all matters relating to the reproductive system and to its functions and processes. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, so mental and social, also emotional and behavioral. Therefore, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional and behavioral interactions among them in all sex-related aspects might be called reproductively healthy. Reproductive health implies that people are able to have a satisfying and safe sex life and they have the capability to reproduce and the freedom to decide if, when and how often to do so. So reproductive health implies that people can have a satisfying and safe sex life, people can have the ability to reproduce and they have the freedom to decide about the reproductive health. Next, objectives of reproductive health. The main objectives of the reproductive health are: it helps in educating every youth about sexual and reproductive health. Reproductive health educates every youth. They give the awareness about sexual and about the reproductive health. It creates awareness among adolescents about safe sexual practices. It also gives awareness in adolescent age group about sexual practices. or they have the safe sexual methods. It helps in preventing sexually transmitted infections, including HIV or AIDS. It also gives the awareness to prevent from sexually transmitted diseases, example AIDS. Next, importance of reproductive health. Reproductive health conveys complete awareness of various sexually transmitted diseases. Means reproductive health gives complete awareness about sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases are the diseases which are transmitted during sexual intercourse, example AIDS. Next, it provides accurate information about sexual life, reproduction, contraception methods. Reproductive health also gives information about sexual life, about reproduction and contraception methods. Next, it helps in maintaining safe sexual and reproductive health. So these are the importance of reproductive health. Next, reproductive health problems and strategies. India was among the first countries in the world to initiate the program Family Planning, initiated in 1951. In the year 1951, a program was initiated called as Family Planning. This program was first initiated in India. Next, reproductive health in a society. They form a crucial part of general health. Means reproductive health in a society, they form a crucial part. Next, improved programs covering wider reproduction related areas are currently in operation under the popular name Reproductive and Child Health Care Program, that is RCH. This RCH creates awareness among people about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for building up a reproductively healthy society. So these are the major tasks under this program. Next, health and education of young people, and marriage and childbearing during more mature stages of life are important attributes to the reproductive health of a society. That is, health and education of young people, marriage and childbearing only during the mature stages of life. These are the important attributes of reproductive health to a society. So, to overcome with these problems, there are some measures taken by the government. First, through the help of audio, visuals and print media. With the help of audio, visual and print media, governmental and non-governmental agencies have taken various steps to create awareness among the people about reproduction related aspects. Next, even family members, close relations are involved in the awareness. Parents, other close relatives, teachers and friends also have a major role in giving the information about the reproductive health. Next, sex education was introduced in schools to provide awareness. So, introduction of sex education in schools should also be encouraged to provide right information to the young to discourage the children from believing in myths and having misconceptions about sex-related aspects. Next, proper information about reproductive organs, adolescence and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, that is AIDS, etc., would help people, especially those in the adolescent age group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. People in the marriageable group are educated all about infertility, birth control methods, pregnancy, post-childbirth care of the baby and mother, etc. It is also essential to provide proper medical facilities to deal with obstacles like infertility and other reproductive difficulties. So educating people, especially fertile couples and those in the marriageable age group, about available birth control options, care of pregnant mothers, postnatal care of the mother and child, importance of breastfeeding, equal opportunities for the male and the female child, etc., would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious, healthy families. Awareness of problems due to uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex-related crimes, etc., need to be created to enable people to think and take up necessary steps to prevent them and build up a socially responsible and healthy society. As adolescents become eligible to reproduce, it is essential to inform them about the consequences of unsafe sexual practices and early pregnancy. So it is achieved by the implementation of National Adolescent Education Program at various schools from classes 9th to 12th. Successful implementation of various action plans to attain the reproductive health requires strong infrastructural facilities, professional expertise, and material support. These are essential to provide medical assistance and care to the people in reproduction-related problems like pregnancy, delivery, STDs, abortions, contraception, menstrual problems, infertility, etc. The implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are also required to provide more efficient care and assistance to the people. So, at the adolescence age period, the information or the awareness is given to the people about unsafe sexual practices and early pregnancy. So, this program has been implemented in the schools so they can give the information about sex education. Next, we will study about the technique called amniocentesis. Amniocentesis is a technique used to find out chromosomal abnormalities in developing embryo by using amniotic fluid. Means this test is done to check the sex determination, whether the fetus is a male child or female child. So it is misused to check the fetal sex determination based on the chromosomal pattern in the amniotic fluid surrounding the developing embryo. So this is the technique here, amniocentesis technique, in which in the uterus the fetus is grown. From the fetus that is in the uterus, amniotic fluid is taken out and used for the amniocentesis test. There are few evil practices related to reproduction that still plague our society. That is, female infanticide is one such example. As I told you, amniocentesis test is done to check the sex determination. One more here, amniocentesis test is also done to test for the presence of certain genetic disorders such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc. to determine the survivability of the fetus. But for female infanticide, the amniocentesis is done. So, in order to prevent this crime, a legal ban has been put on amniocentesis test. Next, we'll study about population explosion and birth control. Improved quality of life of people, increased health facilities, and better living condition had an explosive impact on explosion of population. So in the last century, all around development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life, increased health facilities, and better living condition which shows an impact on explosion of population. The world population, which was around 2 billion in 1900 to about 6 billion by 2000. A similar trend was observed in India too. So there is a rapid decline in death rate, MMR, maternal mortality rate, and IMR, infant mortality rate, along with increase in the population of reproductive age. This is the main reason for population explosion. To overcome these problems, there are some steps to overcome population explosion. First, using various contraceptive methods. By using the various contraceptive methods, a couple can undergo only 1 or 2 child so that they can reduce the population here. You might have seen the advertisements in the media as well as in the television showing a happy couple with 2 children with a slogan, Hum do, Hamare do. So many couples, mostly the young, urban, working ones, have even adopted an 1-child norm. The next, educating people about the demerits of large family. So as I told you, the couples undergo only 1 or 2 children here so that they can give better education to 1 or 2 children. So the demerits of large family here increases the population and explosion is formed. Next, increasing the marriageable age of female and male. Statutory raising of the marriageable ages of the female to 18 years and that of males to 21 years, and incentives given to the couples with small families are 2 of the other measures taken to tackle this problem. Next, as I told you, providing the incentive to parents having only 1 or 2 children.